So this is another video that I don't want to make. Why? Because it is another loss. But I'm making it anyway because how else are we going to learn from our mistakes? And how else are we going to learn what our mistakes are if we don't look at them and really break them down? And I made 2 trades yesterday. So we'll count this as the 13th. Anyway, let's get into it. We had EURUSD on a really big bullish action on the 12th, and then coming into the 13th. Actually, we'll consider this the 12th still. So we had a lot of movement here. I think this was around the end of this was the Tokyo session right in here. And then we have London session, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, London session around here. Yeah. So we can look at this. I was following the action up to here, and what I saw here was what I thought was an opportunity to sell. So if we zoom in, we can see that the price was moving. We have a downward movement and then the pullback, and I thought this candle was where I got in right here, and that candle closed and I thought I was good to go in for a sell, and I was wrong. And I was wrong for a lot of reasons, and this should have been evident at the time, but I think I just wanted to jump in and catch it. This is another FOMO, another problem with FOMO. I wanted to catch this downward movement, and I thought I would catch the pullback. What's happening here is, if I was going to catch it, it would have been up here. That would have been the spot to catch it. Right there, or right there, or right there. Those are the 3 points where catching this sell would have been ideal. But that was my first mistake, is looking for a sell when we were in the buyer's territory, because all of this is upward action. We are up right now. We are bullish. Everybody, we're buying, and unfortunately, my mind was still in a sell. And so, as good as these opportunities right here would have been for a sell, and I could have sold here, I should not have been looking for a sell. I should have been looking for a buy. When can I buy? And that's where my first mistake was made, was not knowing who had the ball. And right now the buyers have the ball and the sellers are trying to take it, but the sellers didn't take it, obviously. So this was a short. I was trying to come in for a scalp, trying to get some money quick, and it turns out, and I should have known this, because in the past I'm just not a scalper. I'm not good at scalping. I'm not good at seeing the opportunities for scalping, and I really gotta stop trying to be a scalper, because I'm not a scalper. It's just not what I'm good at. I can tell you it's not what I'm good at, because this scalping mentality is where I fail 9 times out of 10. And the one time I get lucky, it's because it's a movement on a higher time frame. So that's another thing that I'm learning, is that I don't work well on the lower time frames. The lower time frames are not my friend. 15, 5-minute time frames, no good. I got to stick with the 1 hour, 15, 4 hour, 1 hour. I think that's where I'm probably most comfortable, because that's where I get the most information. And when I go to these lower time frames, I tend to get tunnel vision, and I only look at a small portion of the bigger picture, and that's usually where I fail. What makes me enter these bad trades, because on the higher time frame, we can see this area right here, the resistance, and then this could have been support, but also that's another place where my analysis was bad, where my analysis went wrong, because as the sellers came in, the buyers took over right here, so this doesn't become seller's territory, this is buyer's territory. Buyers broke at this point, and if you can see over here, that would have given me a more accurate idea of where the buyers are taking action at this point right here. But because I was still thinking about the sell, I was looking at this, I had my support down here, and I thought there was going to be a lot more movement going down before it went up, and everything was just a miscalculation because I didn't read the information correctly, and I didn't convert from a buy when I should have. I was still stuck in seller mentality. So what are at least three things that I'm seeing from this is that I'm not getting the proper information, and it's because I'm not looking at the bigger picture, and it's because and those two things lead to the third thing, which is once again FOMO, trying to get in on the action going down, which if I would have waited just a little bit, I could have caught a little bit of a downward movement, and then you could see my entry would have probably been a little bit more accurate for a sell. But the main point is I should not have been looking for a sell. Even if I would have caught it up here, yes, that would have been good, and yes, I would have made it. It could have cleared my my take profit, and I would have been happy. But I would have missed, let's get rid of that, I would have missed this opportunity right here to come in here and then ride this all the way up. Because look at this action right there. Look at that. From here to here to here. I didn't mean to do that. To look at all of that. Look at that ride. And I missed that because my brain I didn't see it. I wasn't like, okay, we're in seller's territory now. And that's where I made the mistake. Because I was thinking down, down. But that was my bad. That's something that I really got to work on. I got to work on gathering the information. So I mean, we got to just delete these because this is not the opportunity we're looking for. This was the opportunity I should have been looking for. And as soon as the London session opened, it was just all up. And I missed it. And I really it's an eye-opener is what that is. That's an eye-opener because it shows my inexperience, my inability to properly read the information that I'm given. Right here, there's nothing going on right here, and then we get the action right here, up, higher high, higher low, but then we got a lower high, same low. We're not making any new highs or new lows until this point when it drops, and then this point when it drops. And then here, when it hits the real support, because it should have been like around this area when it broke, when the buyers came through. And then if I would have seen that, I could have bought. But I didn't see it because let's chalk it up to inexperience and lack of skill. I haven't developed these skills properly yet. And we'll go into that in the next one because that one is really important. The US 100 trade that I did after this. So that's the report, the analysis for this trade and where I went wrong and what I need to do better. So let's try to pick points. The first point is, what do I need to do better next time? I need to read the information, and that will lead to me understanding that we're not selling anymore. The sellers are taking a back seat because look at these buys. Buy right here, buy right there, and then a buy right here, and then a buy right there. The buyers are back, and I should have seen that. I should have known. If I would have just looked at the chart properly, I could have known that. I could have seen that, and I could have understood what was happening. So that's that. Very sad, very disappointing. Man, a lot of growing to do. A lot of growing. So I'll leave it at that. That's where I made my mistake. This was stopped out, lost a few bucks, and once again, glad I'm not trading real yet, because it has been a lot of really hard lessons. So I guess I'll see you guys in the charts. Thanks a lot for watching.